And we are live. Hello, everybody. It is your girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen, here to do a review on Love and Marriage Detroit. It is your girl. If you're here for the first time and you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. All right. As we situate ourselves over here. All right. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
She's
Subscribe.
undisputed. She's Africana. And she's a queen. So you better subscribe. Her name is Mo Afro Mama. She's on fire. So get to subscribing. The button's right there. Right there. Please subscribe. Yeah. Uh-huh.
You got it right. Subscribe to my. I don't know why this is not centered. It should be centered. Yeah, right there. All right. It is your girl, Mother from Mama, the undisputed African queen, here to speak on the second episode of Love and Marriage. Detroit, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's authentic. We continue with this conversation or the argument among the Smiths. All right. Do we know who the Smiths are? Yeah, we do. We do. And we're gonna get to that because the argument on what if he should have at least talked to the wife about the new artist that he signed up. And I feel like he's caught up between a rock and a hard place because he doesn't know how the wife is gonna react. At the same time, he needs to make money. You know what I mean? So he has to make money, but at the same time, he doesn't want to upset the wife. And then in this episode, you can see him explain exactly what went down. When he met with the guys at the club, and at that time, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that anyway. Colby feels very she regrets on the approach that she did, and she's talking to her husband and saying, if she had this information that Chrissy did not know that that the husband signed with this new artist, then probably should not have talked about it, right? And she's talking to the husband, and she's asking the husband, should I not ever question anything about anybody and ask them what they're doing? And what I have to tell Kobe is, girl, girl, you can question, but don't overdo it, because at that point, when she realized that Christine did not have this information, she kept going on and on and on and on. I'm like, girlfriend, I'm in. Anywho, Kobe's was she at fault, you guys? Was Kobe at fault before mentioning it or even talking about it? I don't think she was at fault. I don't think she's a mean girl. I think she just wasn't aware that her friend wasn't aware that her husband has signed up um a new client. And the question I have is also another question I have is, does he have to keep telling her, I have done this, I have done that, I've signed up with a new artist, and I've done that, and I've done this? Yet he doesn't ask questions about, whatever content that she's put. She's an influencer on IG, on social media. She doesn't, these are little micro. Are you trying to micromanage your husband? But then again, your husband has given you reasons to do so. In the past, your husband has invested so much. The husband, Brandon, has cheated on the wife emotionally. At this point, prior to this, I was like, oh my gosh, was there any intimacy between him and any artist or a client that he signed up for? And then you can see him explaining never anything sexual, but the emotional part of it. Why is he not going to have an emotional part of it if every time he says something, you're over there attacking him? Have you learned a thing or two, Christina? Did you learn a thing or two when your husband is over there talking to somebody else, another female that he signed up? And here's the thing, I think we are really not getting to the points when it comes to the Smiths. The Smiths is Christina and Brandon. And what's his name? Brandon? Yeah. The problem is he is afraid to speak up at in his own house. So he has somebody else outside of his household who is ready to listen to him, who is ready to root for him. Why is he not going to keep on, talking to this person? Because this person, listen, we all need somebody to encourage us. We all need somebody to say, yo, I get where you are. You can do better than this. You champion them. And we know we would expect that to be our spouses. But some of the time, they never are our spouses that will, cheering you up. And we can see this clearly. While he was not sexually involved with the artist that he signed up with, he was emotionally invested in this situation. And you can see how Christina saying, yo, he was so much focused on this that he lost us. But you have every time the dude is outside, where are you? What are you doing? FaceTiming him. Dude is enjoying time with his friends, his guys friends in a club, and you're over there asking, where are you? I'm bored. I'm bored. You're bored. He comes to you every night. Every night he comes to your ass. And you're saying you're bored? You're an influencer. Figure out some content. Let him miss you. Let Brandon miss your ass. And she's a beautiful girl. We can see her, so the next day she's drained. She's reading the Bible. She's reading the Bible and reading it loud and clear for everybody else out there. Okay. Such a show. Such a show. The Bible talks about how the Pharisees, who they were always doing things for other people to see. Oh my gosh, we are going to the temple. This is us. We are respecting the law of Moses. We are doing all these things. I don't think she needed to do that. That was extra. And I'm a believer. I'm a Christian. But then again, she's the first person we are seeing reading a Bible on national television in a reality show. So kudos to you, Christine. Kudos to you. Maybe, you never know who she's inspiring. We are not judging. We are extending grace to Christine. Christina, right? Christina? Listen, I love my edges. You all have lost your edges. Don't come for me. Don't come for me. Anyway. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. Anywho, we go on Colby and Russell, right? So Russell is saying, they've been married for 3 years. All right. Colby is a pastor's girl. She was born, dad is a pastor. She was born in church. Oh, no, sorry, but raised in church, because dad is a pastor. And the husband, they have a 2-year-old daughter. Okay, so the husband is saying, keep yourself out of other people's business. Let's not get involved in other people's business. Okay. And she's saying, he said, no, at this point, communication is a key. And she's asking, is there anything that you have not communicated to me about? And the husband said, yes, I am going to be changed. I'm going to be, God is calling me to be a pastor. And so I'm going to be going to school. All right. I feel like this is a big thing. You should have told your wife prior to this. Anyway, she's like, what? This is something that we're supposed to be discussing. And then he goes ahead and says, yeah, I am also going to be buying a gym. And then he kept saying, you know what? I am the provider of the household. He tries to bring in the Bible in that situation. Such a manipulative way of arguing things. But I can't get mad at Russ. I cannot get mad at him. He's a good guy. He's a good husband, you guys. He's going to go to a club and all he does is drink water. Russell. We need more of the Russells in this world. He's going to go to a club. The only thing he's going to drink is water. Water. Yes, Russell. Drink water and let other brothers go within and let them drink water. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And let other brothers like Brandon, like that, like Brandon goes to a club, and when they see the server coming over here, they go like this. Yo, he looks so threatened. He looks like a child. He's a dad. He's a guy who is making moves. Why are you so frightened? Because some a girl who's has exposed herself as a waitress is coming to serve you. You have self control, don't you have self control, Brandon? You can still look at them and still go back to your wife. That's what I'm saying. Anywho, let's go on. Let's go on. So they don't agree. I mean, she's saying like, yo, we have to talk about this thing. Anything that you're trying to invest in, you have to talk to me about it. Whether it's a gym, whether it's you going to go back to school to be a pastor, we have to talk about it and agree on that before you become a pastor. She's not ready to be anybody's first lady. All right. And then we see Brandon try to imitate Colby, saying that Colby is a mean girl. I don't think Colby is a mean girl. And then we have the wine tasting. We talk about Anthony and the wife. Why do I keep forgetting the Anthony's wife? What is Anthony's wife's name? I don't remember. Anyway, everybody is invited. She is a sports. Yo, I did not know when she says she's a physical therapist, a doctor, physical therapist. I was like, physical therapist, But when she says she's a sports physical therapist, she makes good money. And then I went over there and I was going through and I was like, you know what? Exactly what does she make? And I saw some articles saying, she might be the breadwinner of the family. But while she is a breadwinner, if she is a breadwinner of the family, she does not respect Anthony at any one point, ever. That's good. But then Anthony is not just somebody who is going to sit around and not do anything. You know, he knows what he's doing. Don't cut my head. Don't do that. Don't cut my head. All right. Anyway, so then they're in this wine tasting because Anthony's wife is launching a wine, and she's invited. It's a very intimate situation, and then Christina invites her girlfriend, who is over here. First of all, she's meeting people for the first time, and she has a big mouth. Everybody's seated and they're talking, and as they're talking about how they had a conversation, and Brandon is saying, yo, Brandon of course says no, not Brandon, but Anthony says something. Oh, we were in the club, and Christina did not know that they were in a club. You have to remember, when they were in the club, when Christina called the husband, you have to remember there were other 3 guys over there. Nobody received a phone call from their wives. It was only Brandon who received a phone call from Christina, and Christina is asking, where are you? Where you? Don't take so long. I'm bored over here. And he says, we are in church. We are in church. Anyway, and the guys are making fun of him. At this point, it's fun. At this point, the guys, like I said, Anthony is trying to teach Brandon, can you speak up your mind? Now, if Anthony's wife is a breadwinner of the family, and yet he has the power and courage to speak up his mind, that's something that Brandon can learn from. Anyway, there's this girl who comes from nowhere. I don't know where she comes from. She's a friend of Christina. And she's, I am just trying to get to know each other. So stay there. Stay right there. You're trying to get to know each other. Stay right there. Don't bring your ass over here asking questions, asking you why you. Don't do that. So whatever smoke that she was trying to give, Anthony was ready to give back. And I don't blame him for calling her a little girl, because she acted like a little girl. And anybody over here said, oh my gosh, Anthony's talking to women like this. Oh my gosh. Get over it. Get over it. Get over it. If you're calling Anthony out, you should be also calling this girl who just came from nowhere and acting now she belongs. No, she doesn't. We don't know who you are. Go back to where you came from. You know what I'm saying? In the next episode, we see Anthony opening up and talking about, I think he's still resentful of why he had to come back. I think he lost such a big deal just because he wanted to save the family. We'll talk about it. I cannot wait for him to be, emotional. Anthony is giving me all things, all feels. He is a very strong man. He is the leader in his household. He's also not shy to show his emotions. He's able to cook in that house. He does all those things. So you cannot say, oh my gosh, he's a narcissistic. No, you cannot do that because I'm not giving you anything about he respects the wife. He cooks. He's taking care of the son. Like you can see him, going out and doing stuff with the son, right? You can see him being emotional and vulnerable. You say, yo, I have always wanted somebody to back me up, and I'm over here. I'm drained. I like that. That was good. I was like, listen. Do not forget to subscribe, like, share, you guys. I am your girl.
She's Africana, and she's a queen.
Subscribe. Thanks, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Bye, everybody. Come on. Why is it not even? Yeah.